Hello everyone. In case you have seen the movie The Lost City of Zed, which was released in 2016, everyone knows about the English explorer Percival Froz, who disappeared unusually during one of his expeditions in 1925 with his son and another member of the group. This is a film based on his story that was fabricated at the time, but his story is a true story in the Amazon rainforest of South America. Although he had almost certainly died by disease or accident in the Amazon, or at the hands of an indigenous tribe, he had encountered on an expedition. Scavenging raids had been carried out in search of him, and rumors of a white man in the rainforest had revived the story for decades. And also from those searches, people have discovered many other mysteries stemming from this dark and dangerous forest. Today, Top Wild Animals will take everyone into a deeper exploration of the world's most mysterious forest. Before solving the mystery, we will talk about some things about this area, as some of you may not know about it. Surface around the Amazon basin. View from the sky, it is up to 7 million kilometers twos and covers 40% of the South American continent. Known as the planet's largest green lung, the rainforest covers an area of about 5.5 million square kilometers. Due to a lot of rain and wet geology, people often call the Amazon the rainforest. It belongs to 9 countries, with Brazil accounting for 60% of the rainforest. Peru accounted for 13%, and the rest belonged to Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Bolivia, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana. To put that into perspective, the Amazon basin is roughly the size of Australia and more than 21 times the size of Vietnam. The Amazon rainforest, which accounts for more than 50% of the Earth's remaining rainforest, is very biodiverse and accounts for about 10% of the world's known species, making it the largest collection of living animals and plants on Earth. Those who fear that the recent wildfire disasters in the Amazon may be the result of the terrible mysteries that exist in the world's largest tropical rainforest due to its vastness and species diversity. The first are giant drawings on the ground, found in the Amazon jungle. Geochemists interpret these gigantic figures, called geoglyphs. Geoglyphs are understood as an artistic design created on the ground with many elements that combine from the landscape, such as gravel or soil. The giant geometric structures in the Amazon are similar when it is believed to have existed 2,000 years ago, formed from round squares and other bizarre shapes. They have been hiding under the forest canopy for years. Due to deforestation and forest fires alone, scientists have found about 500 geoglyphs and possibly more in the future in the Amazon forests in the western Brazilian state of Acre. The giant circle ground is reminiscent of Stonehenge, the famous mysterious stone circle in Wiltshire, England. According to CPC News in 2017, strange drawings in the Amazon covered an area of up to 13,000 square kilometers. However, the exact answer as to the origin of these paintings has yet to be found. The hypothesis of scientists is that these circles are used as places to perform religious rituals. A team of researchers from Brazil's University of São Paulo and Helping University in Finland found that indigenous Amazonian tribes created geoglyphs between 1500 BC and AD 1000. Archaeologists say the circles could be burial grounds, old farming grounds, or a defensive structure. However, today's civilization does not rule out the possibility that it is traces of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, that arrived there before the Amazon forest formed. Like the strange drawings on Peru's Nazca Plateau. The River of Death. In mid-2016, a team of Peruvian scientists discovered that in the Peruvian Amazon there is a river of death in the middle of the Amazon. Its water is always boiling, and the temperature is high enough to boil all creatures. This river, about 6 kilometers long, 6 meters deep, and about 25 meters wide, belongs to the Ashaninka people, one of the indigenous tribes living in the Amazon rainforest. However, since there were no volcanoes around it, no one knew why it was so hot. Andreas Russo, a geologist at America's Southern Methodist University, said he was also haunted by the story of the boiling river he had heard from natives in 2011. In the Mediamu region of Peru, it is said that this river is called the Sun-Boiled River. After reviewing it firsthand, Andres said that the temperature of our super hot cup of coffee is only about 55 degrees Celsius. However, the water in this section of the river is a lot hotter, so it's hard to measure how hot it is, because you can get a 2nd or 3rd degree burn in seconds if you put your hand down. According to some other experts, the water temperature there can reach up to 199.4 degrees Fahrenheit, a level that can kill all living things. Although the cause of this phenomenon is still unknown, there are some assumptions that it is due to a drilling company that has disrupted the geothermal system, so causing the hot airflow from the ground to be contaminated into the river, causing boiling water. They can invite your brothers to eat cheap outdoor hot pot every day when sitting by the river. It is called out of sauce when the noodle bowl is dipped with river water and a little hot tea. Next is the Hamza Underground River, which flows parallel to the Amazon. The Amazon River, one of the longest and most current-flowing rivers in the world, has surprised us. But the Brazilian team's new discovery of an underground river beneath the Amazon is even more surprising. In 2011, a team of scientists from the Brazilian National Observatory discovered an underground river up to 4,000 meters deep when they conducted a survey of 241 oil wells of the Brazilian multinational energy corporation Petrobras since the 1970s. This underground river was named Hamza after the research team leader. The sister underground river is parallel to the Amazon and flows in the same direction from west to east. It flows slower than Amazon, but has more heavy traffic. According to scientists, with a length of 6,000 kilometers and a width of 200 to 400 kilometers, Hamza will be the longest underground river in the world. Tree that bears the terrifying curse of La Lupuna. In local culture, La Lupuna is the common name for large ancient trees in the Amazon forest. The frightening features of these magic trees can curse anyone who trespasses or insults the forest. So, La Lupuna is also known as the witch tree, and it certainly has a lot of stories that are passed down from ancient trees. Legend: anyone who trespasses on the tree's territory will be swollen or die. It is also said that just throwing away one's belongings and clothes is enough to harm a person, because this is like the owner of that suit is harming La Lupuna. The sap of the La Lupuna tree also contains dramatic poisons, which are often used by tribal shamans to prepare poisons to poison opponents and unruly people. However, those are just rumors. Strange for a tree in the terrorist squad called the Sandbox. It is called terrorist because the fruit of this tree at ripening is capable of exploding very strongly. It can be found in the South American rainforest and even North America beyond the Amazon. It is a tree of the Euphorbiaceae family, can grow up to 40 meters. In its natural environment, we can easily identify a tree based on the grey bark covered with conical spines. Plants with male and female flowers. After being pollinated, the female flowers of the sandbox plant produce fruits containing explosive seeds. When the fruits of the plant become seed capsules, like little pumpkins, they become ticking time bombs. When it is fully mature, it will explode with a loud bang, and the corpse will shoot out in all 4 directions. Speed over 18 meters, and speed up to 240 kilometers per hour. Impact force is comparable to a supercar crashing into you if you stand too close. Any animals or people passing through the shrapnel will be severely injured. If you eat the fruit of the sandbox tree, you will experience vomiting, diarrhea, and cramps. Sandboxes are often used to make poison darts for some tribes here because the sap is believed to cause red rashes and potentially blinding eyes. Amazon tribe. According to research conducted by explorers in 2019, the Amazon rainforest is now home to more than 1 million indigenous people, with about 400 tribes, most of whom have been in contact with outsiders. For hundreds of years, they have hunted for fishing to grow crops and study in the West. In 2022, FUNAI, an organization that protects the indigenous peoples and their culture in Brazil, reported that there were at least 114 isolated groups living in Brazil. However, only 28 confirmed communities exist. Yanomami. The tribe eats the ashes of the dead. Yanomami, numbering more than 20,000 people, was one of those more than 400 tribes. As of 2021, they live in 200 to 250 villages on the border of Venezuela and Brazil. They were the largest group of tribes the explorers discovered, and they lived in circular leaf-roofed huts. Mr. Emerin, a researcher, said in 1985 that this tribe organized life like the primitive tribes, living on hunting and eating the people living deep in the Amazon jungle, having the horrifying custom of eating the ashes of the dead. In their opinion, eating this was a way to show mercy after the cremation. Piraha tribe, the happiest tribe in the world. In contrast to that exotic tribe, the Piraha are the only remaining group of Miura people in the Brazilian Amazon rainforest. About 800 people of this tribe live a life as simple and comfortable as the trees in the forest, without strict rules or forcing others. They happily sing and dance together. It is strange that the Piraha sleep very little, rarely sleep all night, and usually take a nap of about 15 to 20 minutes at most, about 2 hours including day and night. This may be a result of the Piraha people's current outlook on life, which does not care or worry much about their past or future. Therefore, they are considered to be the happiest tribe in the world. In addition, the site was formerly a Nazi cemetery. Nazi cemetery. It seemed as if the Nazis' plans were still unfolding, consisting of a series of bizarre events. One of them was a trip to the Amazon to establish new colonies for a perfect strategy that seemed to be rooted in the world of electricity. Some were shocked to learn that the Nazis had expanded. They came from far away in Europe, and one of the places they went to was as far away as Brazil. Although not all of these migratory forces were Nazi ideologies, some of them kept Wang's tentacles and seedlings secret, which were considered Nazi strongholds as far away as South America. Although the number of Germans here is small, they are also present in 17 states in Brazil. Therefore, this force is also enough to threaten the government of this South American country. Because the number of Germans in Brazil had grown to more than 1 million since the 1930s, the Third Reich had thought about establishing a new Nazi empire in South America, and they believed that Brazil was an ideal region to achieve that goal. The Nazis not only invaded major cities in Brazil, but also concentrated on large areas to hide their sophisticated plans. In 1935, the Nazis launched Project Guayana, a strategy of conquest into the Amazon basin. The plan was initially fabricated by Way as a research expedition across the border between Brazil, Guyana, and France. It was clear that the Germans were unprepared for this mission, as the researchers delved deep into the Amazon jungle. In addition to being affected by disease in the difficult conditions of the jungle, healthy people also face the problem of getting lost or being constantly threatened by the savage Aboriginal tribes at that time. The Guyana Project, once considered a major goal, is now known only as a German graveyard that has been completely subdued by nature. The graves of the Nazis lay in the jungle, thousands of miles from their native Germany, with the fragments of a miserable project. The German expedition to the Amazon, written by Jens Glusing, was part of the Guyana Project, which detailed the Nazi expedition and cemetery. Purpose of this forest tour. According to an excerpt from the book, on the island at a tributary of Brazil's Jari River, I found a 3.5-meter-long wooden cross with swastikas, indicating that one of the explorers had never returned to Berlin. The bearer of the inscription, Josep Greiner, died here on the day of January 1936 of fever in order to support German research work. Dead whales in the Amazon rainforest. On February 22, 2019, a dead humpback whale was found near the edge of the Amazon rainforest. No one knows how this whale got to this rainforest. Marajo Island on the Amazon River is 15 meters from the shore, with a humpback whale measuring 8 meters in size. According to a local official, the whale's body did not show any signs of injury. In the summer, humpback whales travel thousands of miles to the Antarctic oceans. The carcass of an uncommon humpback whale was found off the coast of northern Brazil. Scientists believe it was pushed ashore by strong waves and separated from its mother as it migrated. According to the New York Times, whales often migrate between the poles. However, this whale had strayed 4,000 miles from the expected feeding ground. Another theory states that it died from eating carcasses and plastic waste. The body was buried here by the local authorities and was transferred to the Emilio Gurldi Natural History Museum skeleton of Belém for later study. By the way, Top Wild Animal would like to introduce some strange and unique animals found in this forest. First, the naked frog in the forest. An international team of researchers has found a new species of glass frog, Hyalinobatrachium yaku, at 3 sites in the Ecuadorian Amazon Delta, with altitudes between 300 and 350 meters. Many people are surprised that the seemingly transparent skin of glass frogs allows to see many organs inside their bodies. Of 3 to 7.5 centimeters, adult frogs have yellow spots on green or bluish yellow in their final stages. The numerous small dark green dots on their backs are a rare feature of this frog. The heart, liver, and gastrointestinal tract of this frog can be seen under their very clear skin. Although they are mostly nocturnal, scientists still do not know what the frogs usually eat, but they think they can eat small insects. Followed by Anaconda, the god of pythons. In the Amazon, there are many stories about the giant snake, and the fact that the native tribes have been saying for a long time that this forest snake is amazingly 37 to 50 meters in size and 1.8 meters wide. The green anaconda is the best-known species in this region. The natives called this giant creature Yakumama, and it was also called by other names such as Sukuriju. Legends and legends of the locals also tell of giant snakes, and there are ancient Mayan paintings that depict snakes that are bigger than anything we know. It is believed that snakes hide underwater and only appear when they find prey. To solve this type of snake, of course, scientists had to do so, and they got the results. This is the anaconda python, also known as the water boa python or the South American python. It is a giant snake that inhabits the area around the Amazon River in South America. The South American python consists of 4 species of snakes that prefer to live underwater. Spotted yellow-green, black-white, and giant Bolivian pythons live in swamps, rivers, and jungles in South America. Among the 4 types of giant pythons, the blue adult is the largest, measuring 9 meters long and weighing 250 kilograms, an incredible size for the giant anaconda python. Scientific research says the python is considered the largest in the world. Most of the time, it hides underwater and hunts by squeezing and wrapping its prey tightly, causing the victim to die of suffocation or internal bleeding. It is a piranha, small in size but very aggressive. Piranhas, also known as sawtooth fish or tiger fish, are a type of freshwater fish belonging to the Catudi family, with an adult size of 14 to 26 centimeters. Piranha is an animal native to southwestern Brazil. It is a dangerous fish with disgusting sharp teeth, and the piranha's ferocity has made it globally famous. Piranhas have sharp triangular teeth like a razor and large teeth located in the lower jaw compared to the small upper jaw, causing their mouths to close up like a trap. Surprisingly, the piranha can rip its prey out of its bones in a matter of seconds. Although it is known to humans as a scavenger, during the scarce food season, piranhas can eat both live and terrifying prey rather than their own. In many cases of piranhas attacking people, people are very afraid of these fish and want to stay away from them. The opposite of piranha is the big brother pirarucu, but the most cowardly of the guild. Discovered by Swiss biologist Louis Agassiz in 1829. The arapaima fish, also known as the dragon seal, pirarucu, or walrus fish, lives in tropical South America and is considered one of the largest freshwater fish species in the world. Adult dragon seal fish have an average weight of about 100 kilograms and can be more than 2 meters long. Some sea urchins can weigh up to 200 kilograms and are 3 meters long. The young seagull has a round and elongated body, silver-grey scales, and a snakehead-like head. Adult fish have a metallic luster and a darker shade of greyish-brown. The orange-red spots on the dorsal, caudal, and anal fins of the fish make them more distinctive. When startled, the arapaima fish will wiggle and shoot strong water to show off its body. Therefore, many super players often say that when hunting these fish, you should not scare them. You can only catch them when they emerge and swim gently. Fish, small creatures, and crustaceans are the daily food of arapaima. However, in some cases, the arapaima wants to show its strength by flying a few meters out of the water to take prey, such as birds or snakes. To cut prey, dragon seals use quite sharp teeth. Therefore, many believe that among the freshwater fish in the Amazon River, arapaima is the #1 killer. The price is the strangest, that is not included in the above information. People can add to the known top wild animal family. If you find this video useful, please share and give it a like.